Welcome to another episode of the Miles Offside podcast, where we talk a little bit of football and a whole lot of nonsense. I am your not-so-secret pod crush, Oscar Puente, and I'm here to tell you that it's okay to be happy and it's okay to like things. You are beautiful, you are wonderful, you are fucking incredible, and you are worthy of love and joy. Speaking of love and joy, I have the absolute pleasure of being joined by my very good friend and current, for now, reigning FPL champion, Chuck Bailey.
Back once again for the Renegade Master, D4 damage with the ill. Anyway, you did that intro last week, and I listened, and I thought I'd listened to the wrong episode because it was the same as last time, and I was like, why is he saying we can't be miserable?
I mean, you can be miserable if you want, but, you don't have to be. It's up to you. It's your choice.
Excellent. I choose grey.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you might notice, listener, that Ian is not here. He is going to be on this episode, maybe, but he's currently dealing with a sick dog at home, and he didn't want to hold us up any longer. So,
if you're Oscar's brother, you won't have noticed. So that was the public service announcement for Oscar's brother.
Yep, all the Americans in the fact there's only one British person talking right now. So
yeah, it got even more confusing for them, I'm sure, when it was me, Ian, and Adam.
It was just very confusing. Yeah,
just a wall of noise. It's like watching James McAvoy in Split. Watching, listening. Anyway, it's been ages since I spoke to you. You all right?
Yeah.
How's things? What's going on?
Great. I've been keeping up with all your pictures from Orlando. You know what? Why don't we start there? Fill the people in with your wonderful Orlando trip.
I went on a Mormon mission, spreading the good gospel of Joseph Smith, and the Nephites and all of that. So praise be. Yep, I'm an elder now. Yeah, I went to Disney. Yeah, it was great.
Wasn't it your first time at Galaxy's Edge? First time at Avatar Land? You rode the Tron coaster. I want to hear about the Tron coaster. Give me way more details than that.
I went to Galaxy's Edge on May the 4th.
Amazing.
My family hated every minute of it.
Sure.
There was many sweaty nerds. There was lots of awesome cosplay. Can't help but think, those people probably should have been redirected into like the Star Cruiser, which R.I.P. in peace.
I know. I'm so sad.
Yeah. Almost a year. Lasting a year. Will it have been a year?
18 months. 18 months by the time it closes.
One Chelsea manager.
Yeah, exactly. I feel very lucky I got to go. So.
Yeah, you should. I didn't realise Todd Bowley had taken over Disneyland. So, yeah, that's a shame. The big Star Wars experience that, was incredibly immersive but prohibitively expensive for 99% of the people who are fans of the subject, probably. Yeah, no more. But, yeah, so I didn't get to obviously see that, but got to eventually go around all the stuff in Galaxy's Edge. What else is really cool? Yeah, Avatar. I've seen like the first Avatar once, so it was nice. There's rides. We got to meet lots of characters. My daughter got dressed up as a princess at Liberty Bobbity Boutique, and so she got to go around in an Elsa dress and have like all of her hair and makeup and pampered and all that kind of shit done. So yeah, it was just really cool. I had 10 different flavors of Mountain Dew. Wow. Over the 2 weeks, yeah.
As many as 10.
As many as 10 flavors. I left myself room for the future, another trip.
How many are there?
I think, I never went to a KFC. Once again, I never got the Applebee's flavor. And there was one other type of flavor that you could only get at like a certain, like something called like Dollar General or something store. Dollar
Tree?
No, it's not Dollar Tree. It's something else. It's like a Florida. Well, maybe not just Florida, but I've looked up Mountain Dew flavors. This is all good stuff. So yeah, but yeah, it was an interesting time. People that followed along by many consumptions of sugar. For those that don't know, I think the average I saw on bottles of one bottle of Mountain Dew was 120 to 150% of your daily intake of sugar. And of those 10 flavors, I had many 6-packs and also refills of them at restaurants. So
good Lord. So you got the diabetes.
I've got type 1, type 2, type 3, baby.
Yeah, it's brewing. It's brewing in there.
Mm-hmm.
I am trying to vamp long enough to get Ian on so we can make him check in on Posh Island, but we'll do that later if he does get on the episode.
I forgot. Oh, I should laugh.
I know. It was brutal. Honestly, like, I wanted to enjoy Schadenfreude there, but it was just sad, man. It was just sad. But, in case Ian never makes it on this episode.
Schadenfreude? Is that like a sadder version of Schadenfreude?
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
In case he never gets on this episode, we love you, bud, and I'm sorry that happened. And it's your fault. You should have booked that hotel, then you would have won. But
and you shouldn't leave butter on the side. just for your dog to eat willy-nilly.
A whole stick. A whole stick
of butter.
Shall we talk about football then, I guess?
We don't have to. We could just end it there and let Ian join back in a while and see if he comes in just talking to himself.
Let's get to the football then. We start the weekend with, and Ian will come in eventually, Info 1, Arsenal 0. 0.6 to 0.6 on XG. That therein sealing the title for Manchester City. Arsenal's official last 1% chance of a title run was dead in the water. Arsenal losing to Info. Arsenal stumbling their way to the end of the season. Chuck, do you have takes?
On brand. It was fair to say being perfect wasn't necessarily going to be sustainable. Arsenal didn't realise that when the FA came for Man City, that Man City were just going to respond by winning every single game they possibly could and ruining football in the country for everyone in spite. So, and Arsenal in their last 8 league games, I think they've only won 3. I think there's a few losses, a few draws, and they just kind of... I don't think anyone expected it to carry on completely, but it was quite the capitulation when it did happen, which, I don't know, a mixture of just needing to perform at that high level, injuries, not necessarily squad depth. I know Adam mentioned last week, like Tomiyasu and Saliba being, key parts, if not integral first team players, but being the ones that you would bring off the bench if it was a situation. And then, not having the quality of a squad that perhaps teams like Man City or, Chelsea or Man United have, not having as deep pockets. So for them to go as long as they did, it was pretty huge. I guess a lot of Arsenal fans are feeling very depressed about it, but, football's weird. Like if Arsenal had been third without a chance all this time and had just taken second and secured it, like let's say after game week 37, you'd be going absolutely mad. But, you sit in first and you drop back and it feels like an absolute failure when I think it's a pretty bloody good season for them overall. And Champions League football next year will be right as rain to ruin it all again and set them back another 10 years.
Yeah, they'll finish 12th next season.
They can't manage it.
I mean, if they don't have the squad depth for just the Premier League, then how the fuck are they going to have the squad depth for 100 games across all the competitions they're going to be having next year,
Yeah, I know, right? They're going to need to buy a lot of players.
Chelsea is going to be having a fire sale this summer on all the players that we cannot officially register because we have too many. So
this is true. It's not that far, Arsenal to Chelsea.
Nope. Easy commute. Lots of players have shared between the two clubs, as we talked about on the Bluffer a couple of weeks ago.
I mean, Chelsea are going to buy more attackers, so then the attackers they bought last year, I guess, go over. Who you said probably just give them Lukaku. No one really wants him. You don't want him. Mm-hmm. Milan don't want him. Inter. Yeah, could be chaos for them next year potentially, but I think they've done well. I think it's just the unceremonious way. I mean, we called it. A lot of us were saying, and also shout out for the other side of this game, Enfo securing their Premier League status with a very squeaky bum time 1-0 win, holding on for a lot of the game and just being great and managing it in the end. I told you, Mark. I told you you'd be all right.
Yeah, our big congratulations to Patreon Mark on his team getting to stay up after buying 500 players, I think, this season. At some point, they'll learn their names.
Ian's here.
Hey!
Ian's here. Hey!
How? Yeah, you've been quiet for 2 minutes. You just didn't want to come in.
You were talking. I didn't want to interrupt. I'm dripping with dog vomit. How are you?
Goodness. Buttery biscuit base. Oof. Well, not covered in butter and dog vomit. I don't know. It feels like a low bar to say you're feeling well, but that's where
good.
I'm at.
When it sort of goes beyond, and you especially you, Chuck, know Kelly. She's a highly strung individual. And even she was just laughing at the point that 4 sofa cushions might have been ruined with disgusting buttery dog vomit.
But why was I said this to Oscar before? Why was your first move not put the dog outside?
Well, no, because what happened is, I went into the kitchen to find that the dog had stolen a block of butter.
It's fucking expensive these days as well. He had to take off. He had to get the security tag off and everything.
Very clever dog.
Gone and nicked it, yeah. But then he seemed fine. He even went to sleep on the sofa. So I was like, okay, maybe we'll get away with this. And then he sort of did this weird thing where he just buried his face in the sofa cushions. And Kel went, "What's he doing?" And then it became clear that he was depositing the butter. So yeah,
returning
it's been
the butter.
Stressful, but it got to the point where we were genuinely both just laughing while we were clearing it out, because it was like, this is just. Don't get dogs or kids. They're shit. Oh, my God. Anyway.
That's the plan, Ian. That's the plan.
You're fucking nailing it, mate. Don't worry.
So far, so good.
Yeah, you are nailing it. Oh, my God. Anyway, hello. How are you? What have we done?
We talked about Orlando and Arsenal.
Oh, yeah, Chuck's back from his lovely holiday. I don't mean
Chuck's back, yes.
And hey, we're all here.
Yeah, amazing.
I know, it's the first time the three of us in a while.
Since we were at your house.
Yes, that's true. Which I still haven't put away those guest pillows. They're just sitting in a pile on
Good Lord.
No kids, no dog. I can leave things as messy as I want for as long as I want.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
No.
Do you think kids and dog make things neat?
No, but you have to clean up, otherwise they'll choke on little choking hazards like plastic bags and whatnot.
Not like a pillow.
Look,
well, it's covered in plastic.
My dog's just eating a block of butter. I mean, yeah, he can eat a pillow. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
He can, because you need to get new fucking sofa cushions, so you may as well fucking eat them.
Literally, Chuck, last month we did the last payment on the sofa.
Oh.
Well, perfect time for a new one then, isn't it? That's how it works, right? It's like a lease. You return it, and then you get a new one.
Yeah, that is how it works. Oh,
Ian, would you say that the sofa had a 4-0 lead on cushions and then...
You motherfucker! Oh, okay. Yeah.
You have to talk about it, Ian. You have to. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Now, well, the thing is,
that butter definitely came back from 4-0 down.
I started to edit last week's podcast before the happening, and
the event.
Yeah, and I'd done my sort of Posh Island bit at the top, and I'd edited that, and then it happened, and then I had to do the rest of the episode the next day, and I really just felt like going, yeah, fuck this. Oh, sorry guys, it got corrupted and deleted. I don't know what happened. Big apologies. So I haven't listened back either to the front bit of the episode. I don't know how arrogant I was, how not arrogant I was. I don't know, because I was obviously feeling positive, but I think I let a bit of negativity creep in. I didn't book hotel room, so I'm not 80 quid down or anything like that.
You looked at it though, didn't you?
I very much so. I hovered. I hovered over the mouse, and I also booked the Tuesday off from work, thinking that I'd need a Wembley recovery day. So yeah, it's bad. Small bit of solace, and you guys will appreciate this, and it is a genuine bit of solace because I heard it in the sort of days afterwards, and it did make me happy. Darren Moore, their Sheffield Wednesday manager, got a lot of abuse from his own fans online, and some of it was racist abuse because people equal shit, and they managed to identify one fan. At least one. I'm not sure if there was any more, but they managed to identify one fan and gave him an immediate ban from Hillsborough, and that means that fan wasn't in Hillsborough to see that match, and will not be allowed a Wembley ticket, and that made me a little bit happy. Just a little bit of happiness in the couple of days afterwards. I'm over it now. We didn't deserve it. It was fucking awful.
It was so bad, man.
That's bad.
Like, the whole Slack was watching and rooting for you guys. It was
I know. It was so bad. And we set up so poorly. In the second half, we didn't have a shot. Not even a shot on target. We didn't have a shot. And that is not acceptable when the other team is coming at you like they were. Because there should have been opportunities. It was appalling. did they score in the 98th, 99th minute when there was should have been 6 minutes added? Sure. But, that's sour grapes, Schadenfreude, whatever. It was bad. It was really bad, man.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
I called it before. I said before in the Slack, I was like, just putting this here, before the game had even started, I went, Sheffield Wednesday are only 16-1 to qualify. At 4-0 down.
Why didn't I have the emotional edge? Yeah, look, it was appalling. There was a small bit of solace in that fact that because Hillsborough fucking went off. I mean, the atmosphere seemed incredible. But I'm already...
The other side of it is congratulations, Dave Matteo, for your team, Sheffield Wednesday.
He's a Wednesday fan, yeah.
I forgot he's a Wednesday fan.
Yeah.
I listened, I will say, Ian, you prefaced this about being too arrogant. The episode obviously released after the event, as we're now calling it, the happening. And I thought, even though Adam and Oscar were both trying to goad you into it, you were very unhubristic.
Yes, I will say that.
You were you were said, like, I've got hope, it's good that we're 4-0 up, blah, 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 but you never went too far. So, karmically, it's not your fault. It's just the players are a bunch of...
No, I disagree with Chuck. I think that karmically it is your fault because you didn't book the hotel. You were a coward and you didn't believe in them. And if you had, they would have won. So it's your fault.
Nothing I did could have improved that performance, Oscar. Nothing I did. And me booking a travel lodge in the arse end of Brent Cross would not have instilled hope in Peterborough United players that day. It was awful. And I can't claim we're good at playoffs anymore because, my God, that's a couple now we've managed to fuck up.
I'm pretty sure you couldn't have helped them by being hopeful, but you probably could have done a better job in defence on the pitch. So you should have...
Do you know what, actually, Chuck, that's funny because that is the bit I regret, which you pointed out on the Slack, on the WhatsApp, where I'd said, it's good that Peterborough have learned how to defend in the last few matches.
No. Did you say that really?
Yeah, I did. Because we had, and that is not generally... What Peterborough do is what you saw, usually, which is let in goals. Usually we score a few as well, which, is helpful. But not at Hillsborough, apparently.
Hey, you scored one.
Yeah, and it was a good one as well, like as in an important one, and one where I thought we're going to fucking nick this. And then hope died a death.
There was an aggressive dishopening. Let's say that.
Very much so. And that title took on an extra meaning as I typed it into the fucking Libsyn fucking uploader thing. I was typing it and going, that actually has a double meaning now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah.
It really did.
And it's funny that it marries up with Arsenal throwing the league away.
Doesn't it?
Similarly, Arsenal have also thrown a 4-0 lead away, the only team to ever do that in Premier League history, against
Newcastle, right? 4-4?
So, exactly. Check the OTRP with an absolute wonder goal at the end to make it 4-all. So basically, Ian, what you can say now is you're the Arsenal of League One.
I've always said it.
Don't kick him while he's down, Chuck. He's already sad.
Or Arsenal with the Peterborough of the Premier League. It works either way.
Yeah, I like that one better. Yeah.
Well, we're all with you, Ian. Every single team has a traumatically brutal loss that you still remember 20 years from now, and you wake up in a cold sweat thinking about, Moscow 2008, for example.
For example, yeah.
And so you have another one of those, and every sports fan has been there, and we stand with you.
Chuck it on the pile.
And another one.
And now you have a shared generational trauma with your child, who I'm sure was also quite despondent.
Not asked. He doesn't care.
Really?
Yeah, really? Doesn't care. Yeah, not bothered. Which is, I'm perfectly happy with that. I shield him from the. I did more steps, I think, that evening than I've done on the many dog walks I've been for the fucking butter eater. So yeah, I was pacing around, and it was a bad time all round. Let's not do this. Let's.
Okay, we'll move on then. We'll move on.
That was a bad time.
Any takes on Enfo saving themselves with a win against Arsenal? That was kind of funny. Do you want to chime in there before we move on?
Funny, it was good. I mean,
no, we've done that.
Yeah, you have done it.
I'll give Ian a chance.
No. If you've done it, that's fine.
Fuck it.
But Enfo were great. Arsenal have re-found their allergy to the penalty box, apparently. And so, yeah, Arsenal have run out of steam, haven't they, completely? And
hay fever's kicking in.
It's big time. And
hay fever's kicking in. If you're playing against a striker with hay fever, put AstroTurf everywhere else on the pitch apart from just loads of grass. Massive grass. How big can the grass be? How much pollen can you spread on a Premier League pitch?
All of it. Yeah.
Can't relate, but I can relate to feeling bad because on the other side of that coin was Manchester City 1, Chelsea 0. Chelsea continuing their awful, awful form under Frank Lampard.
Hey, but the vibes are so good.
The vibes are fine, yeah. Insofar as it just is about vibes and not about results. Sure.
I mean, well, the thing is, Potter got sacked the second you went to 11th, which you postulated as possibly because of a clause that meant, he had to stay top half. And now Chelsea are assured of a bottom half finish. So Lampard just well done, Lampard.
That's the form. Takes Derby 6th to 6th. Takes Chelsea
You're right,
11th to 12th.
Oh, he is a flatliner. Yeah.
Frank Lampard will keep you consistent, ladies and gentlemen. eat that.
Yeah.
That's one for the haters.
I did not watch that match because I didn't need to see us giving a guard of honor to City. And I would have watched if it had been potentially the thing that clinched it. Like, it would have been nice to have a part in the title, even if it was us, sealing it for City over Arsenal. But that didn't even matter because Arsenal had lost the day before, so I didn't watch it. Did either of you watch this match?
Nah, what's the point?
Fair enough.
Someone said it was. Who was it? Shell said it's one of the dullest matches ever. It was going to be very dull, low scoring.
Yeah, it was.
Chelsea don't know football, and Man City were all either hungover or on the bench. So,
yeah, we were in full exhibition match territory where no one cared. The far more interesting was all of the celebrations afterwards, the pitch invasion that took.
Yeah, there was a pitch invasion. That's insane.
It took so long to clear, and was insane that at a Premier League ground so many people could get on playing surface. It was absolutely ridiculous.
Where do you, as the celebration czar, fall on the pitch invasion?
Well, I was talking to Kelly about this because I remember back in the days when Peterborough was successful. I remember being a pitch invader. When I was 17 years old, and it was a lovely old time and one of the best nights of my life. But at the same time, I was just going, how have they let this happen? I don't blame any of the Man City fans at all. You've just won your third league on the bounce. I absolutely don't blame them. But how is it allowed to happen? They know that it is likely to happen. I just don't get it. It's sort of.
But I just don't get why. I don't think City have ever done it before, and they've won 5 out of the last 6
Yeah, that's
leagues.
what I think too, actually. How are we on the other side of the celebration police here? Act like you've been here before, City.
It's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
They should have just been like, yeah, that's good. They've got that. They've got the FA Cup final. They've got the Champions League final. I'm more interested in talking about that, in how they absolutely fucking destroyed Real Madrid.
Sure, go for it.
4-0. I know that was it. I think after 16 minutes, Real Madrid had completed 13 passes. They didn't complete a pass in the Man City half until the 24th minute, and that was from the kickoff after the Man City goal. It just, if you watch that game, it was just an absolute Man City clinic. They were full on their bullshit. And Real Madrid, who we know what they're like, they've won a lot of Champions Leagues in recent history, maybe 3 out of the last 5 or 6, something like that. Maybe
and at least 4. One of them was deserved.
Yeah. Well, I think last year was, because they knocked out every English team that was definitely going to win it. And yeah, they just absolutely crushed them. Real Madrid sitting back, playing on the counter, just get absolutely crushed. Nothing, just absolutely choked the fucking life out of them. After Pep said he wasn't going to overthink this one, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
But
do you think
he's definitely
Inter offer more, or what? How do you see the final playing out differently?
No. I think Man City just crush them.
Yeah.
I think Inter haven't been great this year. It's a bit different because the semi-final was a Milan derby, which I think is quite awesome to have that. But in general, yeah, I can't see Inter winning, which means they'll definitely win on penalties or something. So,
yep, it'll be up to the Pixie finishing gods. Finishing gods? Whatever. Someone who's in charge of luck, but it won't be on merit.
You were saying that like that was a genuine thing that we were going to correct you on, but like you've just made that up. So.
No, I got that from analytics people.
I've heard finishing Pixie before.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Yeah, it's the finishing Pixie.
Well, it deserted Peterborough, so I wouldn't know about it. So.
It's the variance gods and the finishing Pixie. One of the two of them will fuck it up for City, and it'll be Inter's. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I mean, otherwise they could win the treble,
Are you
treble,
rooting for
not
treble?
a treble. Yeah, I kind of want to see it because it means that Man United aren't the only ones. I fucking hate Man United so much, so much. I've got so much just malaise against Man City being this big, awful, big bad, which they are. Like, just to go, owned by disgusting money, nefarious means, 113 charges against them, which has been brought since winning and is now, that's going through all the thing. They're evil, they're horrible, but they also play like really beautiful football, and like I don't think I hate any of their players. Like don't have any players that I hate. So they've also in my lifetime been a League Two team. And so it's just kind of like, yeah, all right, whatever. Like, we've got other big evils that are coming on the horizon that are going to completely ruin all of football.
Including potentially Man United. Oh, this is getting kind of boring, talking about soccer. There's one last thing that we need to talk about, so I guess I'm going to do that, and then we can move on. Chuck, these cowards let you off the hook for way too fucking long while I was away, but now we're back and it's the two of us. And, actually, most appropriately, this weekend, Palace finally passed Chelsea in the table.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they're 11th, we're 12th.
There should be a day for that, like Arsenal have with Tottenham, St Tottenham.
Once every 20 years or whatever.
Like Conor Gallagher Day, I don't know.
Yeah, looks like you made the right choice, Connor, you twat.
Come on, Chuck, you got to talk about it. Palace have been good, and they're above Chelsea in the table. You got to give us something. I'm not going to let it move on.
You won't until Hodgson
goes. It's not saying much that we're above Chelsea.
He's being hurtful now.
If we were below Chelsea this year, it would be even fucking more diabolical. I mean, we are for now. You've got a game in hand, but yeah, sure. I mean,
goals, nice. Yes.
That happens when you play it's good when you play way worse teams than Man City, Arsenal, etc.
He's got a point. We said it was coming.
We lost to Tottenham.
That's true.
We lost 1-0 to Tottenham. This Tottenham team.
Yeah.
They've won one game in 7. Who's that against? Funny that. To the Dog Mayor. We lost to the Dog Mayor. We lost twice this year to Tottenham and twice to Chelsea. Never
you lost to Chelsea both times this year? Wow, you really
both
can't
times.
beat us, huh?
This year, so Fulham was the last time. Only once this season, and I can't remember against who, have we beat a team that started today above us in the table. Only one game out of 38.
Such a weird stat, that. I know you've enjoyed. Well, you haven't enjoyed it. You've anti-enjoyed it a few times, but it's bizarre. That it's really bizarre.
Whole top 10 haven't won a single game against them.
So it just means you're exactly appropriately placed.
He's just fucking shit, and we've got Roy Hodgson, and he's probably going to be there for another year.
Surely not.
Okay, you found a way to be negative despite all the goals and wins, so we can move on.
Listen,
do you guys want to do a quiz?
You told me it's difficult but not impossible to be sad in a Dave and Buster's. I can bloody be sad about this, okay? You can't make me.
There are ways. You do find ways. It's actually kind of impressive. Shall we quiz, gentlemen?
Let's quiz. That'll cheer
Chuck
Chuck
go on
up.
then.
Yeah, when he wins another one.
I threw out the standings because, Chuck, congratulations, you won for the season, despite me trying to fix it in Ian's favour at every possible turn.
I'm glad it didn't happen last week, but the week before, like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Ian was playing as Chuck, and Adam was playing as Ian, and then Ian won, and then so I lost the point.
I
Yeah, because Ian won, so he got this point.
At this
But
point,
why wasn't Ian just Ian and Adam was Chuck?
Chuck, at this point, Oscar has lost all concept of the listener. Just any concept that anyone else is actually listening to this at all. He's just doing it for his own amusement.
Ian, we're 5 years in. I've always been doing it for my own amusement.
I am upset. It was a good bluffer last week, I must say. I don't think I would have done that well, but they were good. They were good bluffer categories.
Yeah, they were good. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, that's nice to hear. All right. Well, Ian, do you have a song for us?
No, I haven't. I've got the iPad. I've barely got the mic fucking rigged up.
You don't have your keyboard again? God damn it.
Well, you did it so well a cappella last week, and I did leave it.
I love that you left that in, by the way. That was fucking incredible.
Yeah, that was great.
Well, the aforementioned listener might have just wondered, what the fuck is going on with it? Why is he doing it? And then 20 seconds later found out that it's because I didn't have my keyboard.
Well, let's see, listener, if he puts it in this time or not. Quiz time. Got a quiz. We quiz. Quiz time. Questions. Answers. This time, it's like Price is Right.
Oh, not Price is Right rules.
Yes, Price is Right rules. Mop edition.
Okay.
Grab a pencil.
Chuck hates
paper.
Price is Right rules because he is usually very close to the answer.
But over.
Well, then be better at discounting by 10%.
Well, yeah.
I don't have a pen. Can I text you the answer? Would that be...
Well, I could have the WhatsApp open.
Yeah, I mean, I'm literally staring at the WhatsApp because it's on a separate tab.
I will text my answers directly to Oscar.
Okay, question the first. This is MOP edition, so all of these questions have to do with either a host, a permanent resident guest host, or teams or cities relating to MOP. The first one is the player with the most Premier League era appearances for Crystal Palace is Wilfried Zaha. How many appearances does he have for Palace? All competitions, but Premier League era. Question the second. The player with the most appearances for Chelsea post-1990 is John Terry. How many appearances did John Terry have for Chelsea? Again, across all comps.
Do we include pitch invasions where he put on the kit? Or
for the record, because I've been fucking biting my tongue about this for 5 years now.
No, you haven't. We've
the
been
rules.
through this. We've been through this. You've said this before. And we accepted that, one, you're absolutely right. That was the rules. Two, it's fucking hilarious.
It's hilarious. It is objectively hilarious. Fine. I haven't bitten my tongue. Anyway. Number
the idea that you would bite your tongue about anything is absolutely hilarious. Right,
you'd be surprised the amount of restraint that I show on this episode, on this show. I mean, question the third. The most Arsenal appearances in post-1990 is David Seaman. Great name. How many appearances does David Seaman have for Arsenal?
I mean, Peterborough's David Seaman.
Was he from Posh, really?
He played for Peterborough, yeah.
Played for Peterborough. What? He's from Rotherham. He's not from...
No, I didn't say that. Oscar did. I just said he played for Peterborough.
From the town. City.
Last but not least, and this is all time because it's Ian's team and Ian is very old. The person with the most appearances for Posh is Tommy Robson. How many appearances?
He only died the other year. Oh.
Sir Tommy Robson? Question mark?
No, why would a Peterborough player?
Tommy Robinson? Wait, it's not Tommy Robinson,
no,
is it?
We've done this before as well.
Have we?
I'm pretty sure we have, yeah.
The audio dropped out a little bit, so it was Sir Tommy Robson. How many appearances did he make?
For Posh.
And when did he die? That's like,
he is the all-time appearance leader for Posh. So just straight up, what's the most?
A few years ago, he died.
Okay.
Question the fifth. What is the population of London at the last official counting, which was 2021? Question number 6. Same question, but for New York City, what is the population of New York City at the last official counting, which was the 2020 census? Question number 7. Again, this is still the theme is MOP. So, what is the runtime of A Very Mop Christmas, our official Christmas playlist?
Oh my god.
Minutes.
Find it on Spotify.
Question the 8th. What are the combined FPL points so far this season as of this morning on the day of recording, listener, so Monday, May 22, but not including the Monday, May 22 games that are currently happening at the time of recording. So as of this morning, what were the combined FPL points for the 4 of us? I did include Adam because I thought he was going to be here this week.
Oh, you included Adam. Okay.
So if you add up all 4 of our FPL scores so far as of this morning, how many points is that? Question the 9th. How many Premier League goals have been scored since Mop first debuted?
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's a good one. That is a good one. Since 5 years.
So almost 5 full seasons, not quite.
Okay.
4 seasons,
that
36 game weeks.
Yeah. Okay. What have you had to manually?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I watched every goal and counted it.
No, that's not what
He's gone through every single match report and added them.
Question the 10th. How many days has it been since Mop debuted?
That's Bran.
Very good.
How many
How
days?
many days since we posted our very first episode?
Fucking hell.
All right. I have all 10 answers of Chuck's in front of me. Ian, do you have your 10 answers ready?
I do.
Excellent. Ian, I'm going to have you say your answers first, and then I'm going to read.
Yeah.
Question number 1. How many appearances does Wilfred Zaha have for Palace?
300.
Oh, Chuck said 350. Point to Chuck. The correct answer is 458.
Wow.
Yay!
Question number 2. How many appearances did John Terry make for Chelsea?
550.
Oh, Chuck said 650. Correct answer, 717.
Oh, Chuck again.
Another point to Chuck.
Yeah,
Third question.
baby.
How many appearances David Seaman for Arsenal?
For Peterborough.
Seen it.
Arsenal. I went 450.
450. Ian. Chuck said 550. And the correct answer is 564. Point to Chuck again.
Oh, God. I
Almost
really...
on the head, Chuck. That was fantastic.
Yeah,
good
because
stuff.
that was definitely the logic. I worked it out so much. I counted all the games in my head.
Yeah, he watched all the match reports.
Yeah, pretty quickly.
Peterborough, Posh, Tommy Robson, how many appearances?
520.
Chuck said 450. And you are about the same distance away, but Chuck was the one who went under. It was 482.
Sweet.
Fucking
Ian, I think technically you were a little bit closer on that one. I might be wrong. I'm bad at math in my head, but
Whatever.
482 is the final answer.
It hurts.
Here's a fascinating fact. Sorry, go ahead, Chuck.
No. I was going to say, this is why, Ian, I hate Price is Right rules.
Yeah, that's true. The London population and the New York City population, I was very interested to see, are only off by about 1,000 people.
Okay.
10,000 people.
Oh, right. That's interesting because I've done the same guess.
8,799,000.
Bodes well for my answers, but I definitely got confused.
5,000. There's a difference of 5,000 people between the two. The population of London, Ian, what did you say?
For both, I put 7.5 million.
7.5. Okay, London was 8.799 million. Which Chuck said 12, so that point goes to Ian.
Oh,
Funny.
Blimey.
And the New York City population, what did you say, Chuck? Ian?
7.5.
7.5. Chuck said 6. The correct answer was 8,804,000.
Oh, 2 points back.
So 2 points to Ian. Still in it,
Yay.
Ian. Chuck's not at 5, he's at 4. So we're still in it. Number 7. What is the runtime of the Mop Christmas playlist?
153 minutes.
Oh, Chuck said 120 minutes.
Oof.
And both of you went over, so no one gets that point. The actual answer, 82. A brisk 82 minutes.
How many songs?
25 songs.
Christmas songs are shorter, aren't they? Yeah.
That's true. You don't get any 8-minute Bohemian Rhapsodies, do you?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So point to no one on that one, I
Point to
believe.
no one.
Question number 8. Ian, how many combined FPL points do we all have?
9,000.
Ooh, Chuck said 8,900. Very close on your guesses. The correct answer is 9,067. Point to Ian. Is the comeback on?
Well
Is
done.
it on? Is Chuck going to blow a 4-0 lead? We have history with that.
Oh,
On Wednesday.
when has that ever happened? On Wednesday?
On Wednesday, I said.
Oh, yeah, I'm Barnes Wallace and you're the Ruhr.
Oh my God! Right, here we go. It's on.
Niche.
It's going to go to extra
Now,
time.
I will say, Ian, for question number 9, Chuck was within 14. So it's going to be a tough ask
get
for you to beat him
fucked.
here.
Oh, no. Please don't say I'm over. Because on goals especially, I've got these exactly right once for one
Yes,
season.
yeah,
Yeah,
goals
you did.
is
You really
very
again.
good, yeah.
I did a goals prediction. We used to do prediction games. We're slack and we haven't done it for like 2 years.
No.
But I guessed before the season exactly. And the previous season, I was 2 off.
Yeah, you are shockingly good at this question, so I thought you might have an advantage here. But Ian, how many did you say total goals since Mop?
5,200.
Oh, that's what I said.
Unbelievable.
No
Yeah.
That's exactly what Chuck said. You were both exactly 14 away, 5,214. And I'm going to give that point to Ian because he's the older one.
That's ridiculous.
It's a point each.
Which means that question 10 is the tiebreaker.
I'm Peterborough. I've just got one back in extra time.
Yeah.
Fine.
But now we're going
5
to penalties.
4. Yes, number 10 is
Somehow.
can you bring it back in extra time, Ian? Because it's 5-4 going into question 10. I gave you both the point on there, for the record, Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
Question 10, how many days since Mop debuted?
1,700.
Oh, Chuck said 1,780.
Ooh.
And he's closer. The correct answer is 1,808.
Oh, blimey, you're right.
We
Victory!
debuted on June 2nd, I think it was. It was the first week of June in 2018. Because that was before the World Cup kicked off. We had our preview episodes.
Congratulations,
So, play Chuck's music.
I will.
What do they say in that song? I've always wanted to ask.
No. I don't bother. I don't really like that music. Thanks, Andy, Jeff, Tom, Mark, Nate.
I'll play the end music then.
John, I guess, maybe. I don't even know. I always say John, but I don't think he does. Look, it's game week 38 coming up. And other games are available before that, but we don't care because it's Chelsea. Some events. But yeah, we're going to meet up. I look forward to seeing as many of you that we've invited because I don't want all of you there as possible to drinks meet up as we ever do. Me and Mark can hug because our teams have no jeopardy on it again. We can all laugh a little bit. Ian again when he remembers that he should have been going to Wembley the next day. And Frank Lampard will probably be gone. Will he get to do a lap of honour? That is the question. Say goodbye, Ian.
No, he won't. Bye.
Say goodbye, Oscar.
Bye. Good job knowing the names.
Thanks to producers, they were said before. Bye.